Okay, I gotta start over. And I can't believe I'm doing this. My name's Keith Edward Tinsley. I'm from Ogden City, Utah. Born and raised. I grew up financially, economically poor, with neglected, abandoned, um, struggles real, right? For everybody, not just for me. Life is not fair because it's not fair for any of us. And I've never used it as an excuse for why I can't do something, other than holding myself back and believing in myself. I've struggled with mental illness to hanging myself and having I don't know what kind of experience yet. I'm still processing that. It's been a year. Anyways, I I have this voice inside of me, and I have these things that I have that I'm trying to find an outlet to express, and I feel like this is the best way to do it. So whoever listens to this or watches this, I have a nephew and niece, and their names are Jada and Demarion Tinsley, and they were in foster care and were adopted and supposedly live in Hawaii. So if they ever see this, just know that I'm thinking of you guys too. I'm pouring my whole heart out into this and putting it out there in the universe, because the universe does speak to me and through me, and has, um, since I've moved here to this place, to this exact place. It's been crazy. I moved here from Washington Terrace. What month? What month was it? Okay, so right before my birthday. I got a job across the street at the Sinclair, 24th and Harrison. I've had many, many jobs. Um, I've been through a lot. A therapist I worked with one time, his name's Zach, he's from Brighton, described it very well and put it this way: I've been treading water my whole life, and I'm still here. I'm a survivor. You guys are survivors. Um, Human connection is important. Anyway, so, alright, enough of the sensitive shit. Okay. So, where I live right now, 2331 Harrison. And since I've moved here, you guys, I manifested this in my head. I was so lonely at Washington Terrace. No family, no visitors. It was a very, very hard time and lonely time, and I craved so much more. Anyways, so I move in this house, move into the basement, and I don't like it at first. We've cleaned it up. It's the most, for me, and I've lived in some pretty nice houses. This is the most beautiful home I've ever lived in. And we first noticed it when the dogs were, they were more calm. They wouldn't bark or react to things that they would where we lived in previous places. Anyways, so manifestation, positivity, and not just positivity, accepting the negativity as well, kind of the yin and the yang thing. If you can accept the good with the bad, and that's half the battle sometimes, and not all of us win that battle. So, anyways, I guess it's more like a podcast thing. I would like to talk to people about mental illness, and anyways, I've had this voice. I'm 32 years old. I have no biological children. I have not a criminal record, but yet, probably should. Anyways, this is my home, and I decorated it. I'm the one that's put up all the stuff. But I've had these, what they call spiritual awakenings, in AA or NA. And I've had multiple ones throughout the month since I've lived here, and good things keep happening because I'm trying. I've put in the work. I've worked on myself, and what I've come to understand about myself is I struggle with abandonment. I didn't have a dad growing up, so therefore I've struggled with low self-worth, because if I was worth loving, then I would have had a dad in a normal family, and not the crazy ass family that I got. But I wouldn't trade them for nothing. I love them niggas. Yeah. I didn't know my real nationality until I was, what, I don't know, my 20s, somewhere in my 20s. Anyways, and my battle's not over. This is a lifelong thing, and this is just an outlet. But what we think about is what we bring about, and our words carry a lot of power as well. And that's what I'd like to point out, is that our words carry a lot of power, and what we say matters, and how we treat people matters. I feel like that's basic human nature, common sense, I think. But how we treat each other matters. How we talk to each other matters. How we talk to ourselves matters. How we talk to our children matters. Because we go on like believing those words and carrying those words weigh us down. And after they're weighed down, things get heavy. And when the world gets heavy, we find things to cope with that are not good. Crazy, I've been chasing friends or a friend or someone to like hang out with, and I'm like, Brandon's an old friend, Tyson Bullard, I went to elementary with. He was my very first best friend I ever met. Awesome dude. Anyways, I've realized something that makes me emotional, because I never thought that I would be here. I could have dreamed it up better. Yeah, and I don't know how to take it. It's a weird feeling when things go right. And I can want them to continue to go right. And if there's anyone out there struggling, that's alone or feels alone, that is the weight of the world on their shoulders. There's people trapped in sex trafficking, to some of the ugliest things that are vile in this world. I feel for everyone. And if I could take it away, I would. The good thing that I've found this power in the universe that I am calling Jesus Christ, which feels weird to say that name, and I don't know why. It just has felt weird since I was just a little kid to say Jesus Christ, but I like to put it this way: King. He's my king, and he's the King of Kings, and he's my master. I have no master. The only man above me is above me. But anyways, I've stood back, and I've had this voice, and this voice has been silent. And it's been silenced by people and influences throughout my life. But I'm done sitting back silently when I've had this fire burning inside of me. It's alive, can't you see? Look at my eyes. You don't have to believe me. Christ's power rained down on me. I'm sick with it, kick with it, I got flows. For sure. Straight facts. This shit's been going on in my head for straight 2 stacks. I'm talking 2 decades. Back when niggas rocked the fade. Anyways. Just like you, Livia. If you truly love yourself, you'll never be alone, and I'm trying to love myself. And so far I do. Not alone, and it's important to record me right now because it's good to remember to be so grateful. I'm so grateful for all this, and I'm doing my best to accept it as what it is, and it's good. Things are still a little bit bumpy with all of us. It's me, my mom, my wife Julie, my nephew Malik, and his girlfriend Alyssa, and I'm just trying to create one big family with these guys and love on them. Have a place where we can love each other and be with each other. Come on, Bubba's. Hi, George. Mr. Man. Say hi, George. Say hi. Say hi. You're an old man, huh? I have this guy. I've had this guy for 11 years. And I don't know. I've been talking for 10 minutes, yo. But that's 10 minutes I didn't spend in my head. And that's what's important. I didn't spend this time in my head saying these things as if I had an audience in front of me and I'm just sharing from the heart because I have a lot of passion. But I do have an audience out there in front of me, and it's you guys out there that go through YouTube, your children, some red, some poor, some blonde, some brunette. We come in all shapes and forms, but you guys see this, and if this connects to any of you in any kind of way, please let me know and give me some feedback. That's why I'm doing it.